Alright, time for full self-driving. You have to buckle before the full self-driving even shows up. We're in the Cybertruck 13.2.8 and I am going to be doing accelerated mode. I am going to be pushing it along, and for whatever reason I didn't buy enough food for this week. Those darn kids ate all the food, and so I'm going to be picking some up. 2 locations, and you're in for the ride. Oh man, so that's one thing you have to be careful, because you're in accelerated mode where you're moving the car along. It has a tendency to like jump really fast. So if you accidentally push the pedal too fast, it'll not only gain speed for that little amount that you press it, but as soon as you let go, it's still gaining speed. That's something to be aware of. Just don't slam the gas so much, because it'll continue to speed up, because the car is still driving by itself. It's still accelerating, as well as your acceleration, your boosted acceleration. So stop signs generally takes too long, so you just give it a nudge and it goes appropriately. I really hate this light and I don't want to get caught behind, so I'm pressing it. Moving along, you can see that I'm catching up to these cars at a very brisk pace. You see, I'm passing up people. That is really good. I'm not sure how it shows up on the camera. However, the sun is in my eye. It's quite annoying. It would be even more annoying if I was actually driving. So that is the beauty of FSD. Okay, so I am nudging it around. I don't want to leave too much space, and I could feel the car is resisting me, because it feels that I need this space in front of me to be safe. And I don't see cars around. Let's have a look. So there's no car behind me or to the right, or there is one, but it's not very close, and it's complaining about me not paying attention. I mean, can it even detect that I'm squinting, not closing my eyes, just because I'm Asian and this snitch camera thinks that I'm closing my eyes? It's not the case. It is not the case. Okay, so moving on to something that I saw that's really interesting. We were talking about Mark Rober video in the other video, and how FSD, well, autopilot couldn't detect the wall, and it was a total fraud. And here we go, by video by Kyle Paul. You can't fool a hardware 4 Tesla using FSD. So he's using FSD hardware 4. He's driving along, and where's he driving to? Is he still driving? Yes.
Sees the wall.
Sees the wall.
Nice.
And it just stops. Well, wow, that's kind of hard to see. Oh, okay, here's the side view. So that wall blended in fairly well. However,
alright, 22 Model Y. Full self-driving.
22 Model Y hardware.
Software, hardware 3 computer.
Oh, wow.
Full self-drive version 12.6.4.
Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah, so full self-driving can detect the wall. That was a hardware 4 version 13.2.8. So it was a recreation of Mark Rober's Wild E Coyote style self-driving test. Cybertruck also performed without issue. And okay, so hopefully we get moving soon. But I believe I had another piece of news I wanted to share. I just couldn't find it. So we wait, and it should be moving soon. I saw the cars. Okay, so now I'm going to close this gap. Press before the car even starts to move. I'm just not going to leave a gap here, and I am getting a bit close to that Subaru ahead. Wow, it turns kind of sharp. And we are smooth sailing. And I was sure there was another car behind us. However, they're gone. So another thing about this version is that the update and excuse me, and I noticed that the windshield wiper has still been reactive. It's been multiple rides now with the windshield wiper going off. So there's no difference that I can tell. It's not fixed. That bug is still there. Today is a very windy day. And thankfully the Cybertruck is angular, cuts through the wind like nothing. So I am pressing the accelerator. I don't want to give anyone any space. This is to show that it can move quickly. One thing that I don't like is going into this far left lane, because often this far left lane, even though it's supposed to be quicker, I know for this particular route, and there's a few other routes where it's actually slower, because you can see this left turn. This left turn is like, it's there's a solid middle, there's a concrete middle, so sometimes it can get backed up with left turn folks, and because of that there's a little bit of a pile up. So I'm going to see if I can get out. Oh man, this is cutting it close. I'm moving up. I'm not giving any space. See this, pressing the accelerator. So this is going to make the computer a bit worried at times, because sometimes I'll be going too fast and then it'll blink red lights and let me know that it won't be able to stop in time. So every time I'm pressing the accelerator, the computer not only has to react to whatever's going on here with full self-driving, but it has to calculate what's going on because of the driver overriding the system. It's not intervening because I haven't touched the steering wheel, and I don't plan to. However, I mean, it's something else to calculate. So how fast is the response of this full self-driving system? One of the things that you might notice is that when you're driving sort of fast already and you turn on full self-driving, it can have a different reaction. It takes a second or even a couple of seconds if you're going too fast for the speed to normalize when you're going at a fast rate already. Oh, whoa. The car kind of freaked out because I kept on pressing the accelerator, and it just wouldn't let me go closer to that vehicle ahead. So we are closing in on the first location. Hopefully it will park for me, and you can see that there's a good amount of traffic. Yeah, I'm gonna close this gap. There's a good amount of traffic all around. And because of the gap in front of me, people are not cutting me off. However, I mean, they're finding other ways to do it, like a nearby lane, which is quicker. And I really should get to that nearby lane, However, yeah, that nearby lane. Oh man, this is sad. This is sad. Yeah, that nearby lane was packed, and it's just this car in front of me, this Mercedes, it's just going really slow. Oh, I just had a video on this. And Tesla has a news item, but you need LiDAR for autonomy, and then has a secret emoji, like laughing at that. And it shows FSD testing in China, and it is going in an extremely narrow road. Pure vision. As you can see, the FSD testing in China is wild, because the roads in China, they're somewhat more like a very underdeveloped areas, where they can have a very small lane that even a single passenger car can feel tight. Those lanes they're designed in the past for like those mopeds and so. Oh, did you see how that is ridiculous? Look how tiny that lane. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous.
真的近哦，真的很近，很丝滑呀，比刚刚还比那里走得快，比那里走得快。
已经有经验了。
哎呀，可以，
学习了，学习了。
是。
They're having the same reaction. Oh, that was wild. That is wild. So when you go to these countries, like I typically go to Vietnam for travel because I know the language there, and the conversion rate is absolutely ridiculous. It's just a great place to be. You will encounter these roads where in America, if you encounter, you just turn around. There's no way you go down those roads. But over there, it's quite common. They'll try until they get stuck, and if they get stuck, then they'll start reversing. And even though it's a two-way lane, they'll just take up the entire lane. And people over there, they know that again, in that if they see another car, then they're not even going to try it. They're just going to wait it out. And sometimes, like for funerals, they'll have a party, and they'll set up a gazebo right on the street, and they'll pull out chairs and a table and eat right on the street. And when that happens, you simply don't drive in that area. You go to another area, or you park outside and you walk the rest of the way. It is kind of wild, because usually those areas, they have multiple entrances, and one of them just has to be a single, very small residential type of street. And their residential streets are not like America residential streets. They are extremely small. Okay, I am getting close to turning into this, and I'm gonna boost the car up a little because I need to turn here. I need to turn here. So, alright, I made it into this first plaza. I can't believe I ran out of noodles. And I buy so many, but I ran out. So, whoa, we're taking the initiative. So I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to have the car park. So even in this mode, I'm going to encourage it to go quickly. See, I'm pressing the accelerator just to make it move a little bit quicker. And can it park with me fiddling with this, with me interfering? Wow, it seems to be able to. Well, it's on the line, but that's okay. I don't want to get too close to this car. Wow, that was good. One shot. And there's a car kind of over their lane, so that's why I park like this, and I will be right back. Alright, next destination. Tap to activate. press. Okay, give it a healthy boost. It decides to go this way. I am not sure. Oh, I see. It's in there. The GPS. So it decided to go this way. It's backtracking a slight bit so that it doesn't have to make a right and a left. It can do it into this smaller area. And the car is a bit hesitant. I see there was a car to the right of us. So, I mean, even though I am pushing the car to move quickly, it can see, it still detects, and it's still doing its job steering, and it's very alert, even though I'm not even looking, allegedly. Alright, so that was good. I got in and out of that store very quickly, and the sale prices were still good. Every Asian is cheering at this moment. So the next stop is not going to be that far away either. It's only 1.4 miles, however, 8 minutes. That's the estimate. So I was looking at the software update. So it looks like the software update was done, and then the release notes, I saw that somewhere here. I just found it kind of odd that the release notes, they had like a extensive one. Okay, introducing scheduled storm watch. You can now manually activate storm watch anytime, etc. Okay. Alright, I should pay attention. We are moving. I am accelerating. We are in the closest lane. Okay, this lane is fast, so I'm gonna remain in this lane, even though I'm going to have to cross over 4 or 5 lanes to get to my final destination spot. It's not right yet, so I'm pressing accelerator just to stay up with this person in front of me, and then I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it and relax for a little bit, because most of my trip is done already. I'm going to close the gap just a bit more. Oh, the car is stopping on its own. It decided that it didn't like that. So if you're trying to rush things, the car can still have a mind of its own. It can override you if it thinks it's unsafe. Less than a mile away. The truck should start to go over to this right hand lane, and let's have a look. There's 2 people back there, and looks like the one to my right is going to close the gap, and I want to be on this lane before I hit the light, and if I get stuck at the light, it's not going to be good. Truck should get over. Come on. The cars are very close to each other, so it's difficult to get over. However, there's a spot right here. So after this car is out of the way. Good, good. Should do it again. Alright, good, good. It looks like it's hyper aware of the car to the right, front. Again, good, good. Close the gap. No hands still. So I close the gap so nobody can go in my lane and overtake me. Alright, I've got this situational awareness screen right here. There's a person to the rear, and that's all there is. Accelerated. gonna accelerate again before this. Okay, so this car's not going straight, and we're going. And there's people, so let's see how this behaves with people walking around. And that lady just gave me that death stare. And we are good. If we can park, that would be great. So the drive accelerated mode works fairly well. The car will override. No, you cannot park here, Tesla. Oh, no, don't do that either. Okay, so it's giving up. Well, it's not giving up, but it's going to put me into this very tight spot. And I don't want it to be in that tight spot. Okay, well, I'm sorry. So I wasn't in the lane, and I can see that there's two lane arrows. Other than that, I think this drive was good. It was very good. And for the final spot, I'm just going to have it parked for me. Yes, right here. I like this spot right here. It's kind of out of the way. And I'm going to push it along, make it park faster. So yeah, hit the pedal, because the parking is kind of slow. Any slow movement that the truck does, it takes a little bit of time. So this accelerated mode, you could force it to park faster too. See, I don't know what's doing right here. It thinks that it can't. There's a big bush, which might be freaking out the truck. I'm gonna push this accelerator, make it go a little bit faster. That means that I'll have to calculate faster. Ooh, it did. Very good, very good. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.